Throughout a lifetime of shooting and hunting with shotguns, which also includes countless hours of learning from professionals, there's one tool that has taught me more about hunting with a shotgun than anything else, and that would be the Shotkam gun-mounted camera. Hitting clays at the range is the biggest trick you'll ever play on yourself. How many of us have gone to the range and just crushed every clay we saw? Then we went out bird hunting and just couldn't hit anything. Clays don't suddenly speed up on you or turn 90 degrees in mid-flight or do barrel rolls or change their shape and profile. As a matter of fact, one little pellet can crush a clay, but one or two pellets will rarely ever bring down a real bird out in the field. Breaking clays gives us a sense of confidence and capability, but that rarely translates into success in real hunting situations. In this video, I'll discuss the best way to self-evaluate when you just aren't hitting birds. In my opinion, the Shotkam is the best barrel-mounted shotgun camera on the market right now. I have many of their competitors like the Tacticam, and they aren't even in the same league as the Shotkam is. I mean, in retrospect, I wouldn't have even bought that. The Shotkam records magnified videos of your shots at reduced speed so you can watch the shot in great detail. The Shotkam mounts under the barrel or barrels of a shotgun, and once mounted, the reticle in the camera is zeroed to the point of aim, point of impact for that shotgun. Some people determine this by sighting down the rib of the barrel using the bead, and others actually zero it with the center of their pattern, but I'll leave that up to you. Shotkam has very easy to follow instructions of how to set up this camera, so I won't get into that, but just be mindful that this camera does use magnification, so it has to be mounted far enough forward on the barrel so it doesn't block the sight picture with the magnification, but not too far forward where muzzle blasts could interfere or damage the camera. You know, basically, the Shotkam knows when to record by sensing impact or recoil. You know, when I see birds flying in, I normally just smack the fore end a few seconds before I take the shot, and the camera starts recording. And just to let you know, it only saves video when the shot is actually taken. I've used a Shotkam for several years now, and I bought the Gen 3 version when it came out, and I thought it was pretty good. You know, it was much better than anything I've used before that, but it did have some drawbacks. You know, battery life rarely made it through an entire hunt, and it was really easy to fill up the storage on this thing if you weren't careful. I also hated the old school USB plug on this thing because nothing else I own takes that plug, so I had to carry a separate charging plug just for this thing. My Generation 3 camera also shut down on me a couple of times during freezing mornings while I was quail hunting. And, you know, I also thought the low light performance wasn't the best on this camera. But when the Generation 4 Shotkam came out, I was one of the first people to order it, and boy, was I impressed by this. You know, all of the issues with the Generation 3 were solved with the Generation 4, in my opinion. Battery life and storage capacity on the Gen 4 is just amazing, and the video quality is obviously a huge step up from the Gen 3. You know, I know the Generation 4 Shotkam is more expensive, but trust me, it is worth it in my opinion. The only thing they cheapened with the Gen 4, in my opinion, was the case. You know, it comes with a soft case now. instead of this nice hard case that you got with the Gen 3. But honestly, the cheaper soft case is of the Gen 4 is actually much easier to travel with and pack. Many of us have been taught all the fundamentals of using a shotgun. Phrases like, we don't aim, we point a shotgun, and always follow through when you can do it safely. Phrases like that are constantly driven into our brains. But the truth is, we often let good fundamentals slip and we don't even realize that we're doing it. I catch myself constantly failing to follow through because I get distracted by additional targets. And this often causes me to miss. I'm especially guilty of this during dove season. Even for this year's opener, I found I was being distracted by other birds and not properly following through. The Shotkam has also revealed that I'm prone to canning my guns slightly when I shoot at high flyers, which is something I would have never figured out if it wasn't for the Shotkam. You could pay a shooting instructor to watch you for hours and you won't find some of those subtle mistakes that the Shotkam is going to reveal. When you shoot at clays at the range, you sit in a ready position, anticipating the launching of a clay or clays. This gives you time to mentally consider your shooting fundamentals and to make a plan for that stage of the action. But you don't have that advantage while hunting. As a matter of fact, you could get expert instruction and your instructor could show you the perfect foot orientation and the proper body posture to shoot clays reliably. But when you're standing chest deep in a briar patch, or you're out in the middle of a muddy cornfield, or you're stepping over a rock and birds start flushing, all of that fancy footwork and posture go right out the window. When a dove flies over your head from behind you, or a covey of quail flush fast from a bush right beside you, there is no mental preparation or shooting fundamentals to consider in that situation. You're taking a quick shot and you must get enough pellets on that bird to kill it. Proper gun fit and a proper mount is the only way you'll ever do this. Most people are unaware that their gun doesn't fit them properly, or, in the heat of the moment, most people aren't aware that they aren't getting a proper mount. The Shotkam reveals these problems because it's easy to see if you're consistently shooting high or low relative to the bird. Because of the Shotkam data, I've adjusted the stocks on many of my shotguns as a result of what I saw on the camera. When you're shooting at clays, there's various accepted techniques for leading a target. You can get instruction from 3 professionals, and all 3 of them will teach you a different technique to establish lead. And that's what they'll highly recommend to you. And remember, you aren't using a 9-pound clays gun in the field. You're using a field gun that weighs about 6 pounds, shooting high velocity rounds with more power than your average sporting clay load. This means that your hunting shotgun won't swing as smoothly and it's going to recoil a lot more. What works on the range often won't work in the field. A skeet shooter who only uses sustained lead will have problems shooting birds that fly erratically. Most hunters use different lead techniques situationally. I know, most hunters end up using kind of the pull-through method a lot. Hell, if birds are flushing away from you all the time, you're just doing the old classic point and shoot. But the Shotkam will instantly tell you what lead technique is better for you in any given situation. I know after my last European-style pheasant hunt, I had to completely change my lead technique for those overhead shots. And I would have never have known that if it wasn't for the Shotkam. In my opinion, the Shotkam is the greatest self-assessment tool for the shotgun hunter that's ever been created. I thought I knew it all, but the Shotkam kind of humbled me and made me go back to some of the basics. It also helps me realize when I'm falling into bad habits again. While it's super awesome to watch videos of your birds being shot, I'm always eager to see the footage of my missed birds. I actually want to see my misses more than I do my hits, and I try to understand why I missed the bird. So even though the Shotkam makes cool hunting videos that everybody likes, it's way more than that. Shooters tend to lie. Clays lie, birds lie, and even your gun might lie. But the Shotkam will never lie to you. The Shotkam is also an extremely durable American-made camera manufactured to high quality standards. I've actually never had a problem with them, and I've never had one fail, and I use them in pretty extreme conditions, including wet conditions. This is a product that I actually highly recommend, and no, I am not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. So I hope you enjoyed this video and review of the Shotkam camera. Thank you for watching, and as always, good hunting.